plan that I have set up for my garden area. I'm gonna go ahead and block off half of my yard. And I have some trees over here that I'm gonna plant. I think I'm gonna end up spacing it out so there's just 3 trees because it says there needs to be like 10 feet between trees. So I only have 3 trees. I already have the lime, the orange, and the lemon. And then I'm gonna have 9 planter boxes. Over here in this corner is the side of my house where I have like the rabbits. And then I'm also going to have some rabbit hutches along my fence line as well. And then there's going to be a fence that kind of just goes all the way across to keep the dogs out. And I'm going to be working on that this weekend. So my puppy went and grabbed a bag of trash and went through it. But this is going to be the area where I'm going to build my garden. So today is going to be cleaning this up. As you can see, I have a fence that's going across to keep the dogs out. So I'm going to get it all cleaned up today, all the weeds out, and then we're going to focus on making planter beds for the garden. I hurt my fingers, so it's going to be a little slow going. So yeah, there's a lot to do back here, but I'm going to get it done. And then we're going to, I have the fruit trees that I'm going to plant back here. So yeah, it's going to look really, really good. I think once I'm done with it, it's just going to be slow going because I hurt my finger, and I will show you that here in a minute. The joys of homesteading. I went and busted open my finger. So I'm going to go ahead and put some peroxide on it and wrap it up. So I was pounding in this T-post here, and I hit my finger on that, I'm pretty sure. Gotta love it. My finger is throbbing. The joys of homesteading alone and injuring your right hand, you do everything left-handed by yourself. But the bleeding stopped, so that's good. My finger's all nice and wrapped up, so it should be just fine. Heather with Stealing Hearts Homestead. So this Easter weekend, I have been working on the part of my yard that I'm going to be using as a garden. One of the puppies got out and destroyed a bag of trash, so you will see trash just kind of spread around here. But I have a fence that's going to keep them out of this garden area. So it's a lot of hard work, but I got most of the weeds pulled, and I got a couple of garden beds made, and I'm interested to see how they turn out. They're made of cedar, but they're made out of fence posts, so they only cost me like $2 a 6-foot board. So it was really cost effective, and I'm interested to see just how well it's going to hold up once I put the dirt in it. Now, the beds are going to be on the ground. They're not by any means like raised garden beds. I mean, they are going to be raised a little bit, but they're not enclosed. So the roots are going to have the opportunity to grow into the dirt underneath. So I'm just going to put the garden soil on top that is for in-ground use. So that way it gets all the nutrients, and I'll transplant once the seedlings are big enough to do so. And then I'm also going to put some rabbit hutches across here with some shade. That's on the to-do list. You can see Bentley's checking out one of the garden beds, which is why I have this fence over here that's going to keep everybody out. So I do have some more work to do, some more trash and things to pick up. I'm going to plant over here against this wall. I'm going to put my fruit trees. So my fruit trees are going to go over there, and that's basically about it for this particular area. The other side of the yard is for the chickens and the dogs, so they'll be able to be completely away. And then I still have this. There are some plants that are currently growing in it that I planted, but I have it if I decide to get some other type of animal, which I don't know yet. Maybe you can drop some suggestions down below on what type of animal might do well here. They have to serve a purpose, though. So if they don't serve a purpose, then I don't want it. But I live in a subdivision, so you have to keep that in mind, is I don't want anything that's going to be crazy loud. My chickens are already plenty loud enough, and I don't have a rooster for that specific reason.
But that is what I have going on. I would have spent this day with family. However, one of the judges at one of the courthouses had somebody come into his office that said they were quarantining themselves. And I don't know if it was because they chose to quarantine themselves or because they were ordered to do so. And I didn't want to put my grandmother at risk by going and visiting her. So instead, I stayed home and got a bunch of yard work done. So next thing I'm going to be doing is spacing out. I'm going to get some more wood and space out these garden beds, and then put some dirt in them. And then once the seedlings are ready, I'll be able to transplant. So that's going to be another video that's going to be coming up. But I just wanted to show you kind of what we have going on. So if you have not done so already, please go ahead and subscribe down below because I am only on 1/3 of an acre. So you'll be able to see what I'm able to turn this half of my 1/3 of an acre into. And I think it's going to be really exciting what we can grow on it. So you can see my fence over there that's going to be keeping the dogs out. It's by no means like super hardcore heavy duty, but it's going to be enough that they are not going to be able to get out of it. My dogs aren't super, hardcore into getting over things, so they'll just run into it and go, oh, okay, never mind, I don't want to do it.